Are you brand new in your business, or maybe you are a seasoned or tenured beauty consultant and you're just feeling a little bit stuck? I want you to know I've been there, I've walked there. The good news is I'm going to help you get unstuck in a very simple, thought out time together. Okay, so I'm glad you're here. If you have your Vision and Vibes 2025 printed out, go ahead and grab that. We're going to walk through it together. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephanie Wells. I'm a Mary Kay sales director, and I just want to give praise to God for this thought downloaded from him. Not going to seminar this year, just seasons change, right? So, but I need that recentering, that refocusing for my soul. And if you're here, you do too. So let's go ahead and grab that and walk through that together, okay? So page 1, Vision and Vibes. My goal for my unit of Wells Wonder Women this year is to be the #1 most improved unit in the state of Florida. So whether we have consultants in Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alaska, wherever our team is, because I'm a Florida-based sales director and this is where I live, we're going to be #1 in Florida. So get excited about that. And our word for this year is diligence, working with diligence every single day. And our theme for the year is making moments that matter. So this moment right now that we're having together, it matters because it's going to help you set the trajectory for this seminar year. So way to go. The first thing I want you to get is go ahead and grab turn the page, if you will, to the steep and reflect. Okay, this is where you're going to go ahead and steep some tea. So if you need to push pause, go get that little teacup started, go get you a cup of coffee. Now, if you have the chai tea like I like, I do like to add a little splash of French vanilla creamer in there. That just makes it the and then some, okay? The other thing you might find in your little packet is one of our bookmarks. Now, for those of you who don't know, my daughter Ella, she has a little Etsy shop and she makes a ton of these. So once I got the main artwork completed here, I just gave it all to Ella and I said, I need some bookmarks. So put this in whatever you're reading, whether you're having quiet time or hopefully you've got an enrichment book you're also reading. So put it in there so every day you're thinking about making moments that matter. What are the vision and vibes? What are the goals? What are the power words that are working for you? Okay. And while you're there, I want you to go ahead and get that tea. Like I said, push pause if you need to come back and join us. This is the time for you to kind of sit, steep, right, and reflect. So I want you to be thinking about our verse of the year, which is Psalm 90:12. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. And think about what you want for your vision board to look like. Is this your vision board? If that is, it's okay, girl. Like, that's what it's there for. But maybe you have a different vision for yourself. Maybe you like to get, tactile and you want to get a actual vision board and cut things out. I got a mood board for you so you can do that, okay? So let's go ahead and turn the page to diligence. Diligence, again, is our word for this year with the scripture of Psalm 90:12. So teach us to number our days that we may gain hearts of wisdom. So we've got a devotional thought. I'm going to let you sit in that on your own. Let the Holy Spirit speak to you. And I really encourage you to take some time to go through those reflection questions. They're designed to help you think through the process, allow you to spend time praying over it. Pray over your business. Really do that. Just like you would pray if somebody needed healing or if you needed financial alleviation, whatever it is. Pray over your business, guys. We got to do this. We got to start taking God as our business partner literally every day. Now, moving forward, here is your mood board, all right? So I super love the mood board. A couple things that you want to know. I'm not going to give you all the details and tracking sheets and things like that. If you want a tracking sheet, if you're tracking a certain goal from Mary Kay, then I can find something for you. They're out there. I'll find it for you. But the first one is that ring, right? So here is my beautiful ring. Actually, 2 years ago today, actually 3 years ago today, I picked up the ring. 2 years ago today, I was receiving the Miss Go Give Award from the company for June of 2023. So very special occasions at seminar. But that purple ring, so it's so beautiful. And I have this one. I wanted the rings for my girls, right? So Madison's favorite color is pink. Can you guess what baby girl Ella's favorite color is? Purple. So you know I got to go for that. Now, the best way for you to reach this goal is by tracking. You don't want to decide in March, oh my goodness, I've got 4 months. I need to really hustle to finish this goal. You want to start now. You've got the entire seminar year to play. So one thing, we're going to talk through some of these numbers because some of these numbers have changed a bit from Mary Kay. So the number for the ring, the bar is increased, right? So the bar is now 45,000 for national quota sales. So the simplest way to do that is tracking 45 customers who purchase $1,000 from you in a year. And we actually do have a whole training. One of our top sales directors, Super Go Give, laid out an entire training that this is what she does every single year. This is how she gets her national quota sales done. So I encourage you, make that your goal. Like in doing that, you're gonna make over $20,000 by setting this goal. So what is your family going to do next summer when you are looking at your bank account with an extra 20,000 because you set a goal right now to have the vision to see yourself on that seminar stage picking up your national quota sales ring, okay? The little necklace there and the hat, those are leadership. Those are things from Mary Kay corporately that are for new sales directors at leadership. Leadership happens in January. So if you would like to grow avenues of income, I would encourage you to take a look at Mary Kay's career path and set your sights to get into DIQ by August 1st, right? Why wait? By August 1st, become a sales director and start earning that corporate level paycheck. Some of the other things on your mood board, you're going to see Power Up and Grow. Now your Power Up and Grow, that is the new prize from Mary Kay. And this year it's different, so pay attention. It is now a consistency prize. So instead of getting a monthly prize, you're going to earn it in 2-month increments. So we're earning right now from July and August. So in each July and August, you want to be tracking 600 wholesale. Again, the goal with that is consistency. And I gotta tell you, the prizes are fabulous. Like every year, the company has just been raising that bar. And speaking of raising the bar, last year, the monthly goal was 700. So we're back to 600 this month, but I know we're not small thinkers. I know we're gonna keep rising to that 700 and beyond, especially if you're working on that national quota sales goal. You're gonna be having definitely over $1,000 months. So you're always gonna be on target for prizes from the company. And then just some fun little clip arts that you can cut out if you want to put it on your goal poster. The other part of the Power Up and Grow, if you come over to the Star Consultant Program 400 credits, when you hit that consistency July and August, in addition to the prize, you're also going to get 400 star credits. So, 1,800 wholesale is your star. So you're automatically going to get 400 credits, which is going to bump you up to, what is 18 plus 4? Is that 22? So you're going to be able to get better prizes. And I have got Apple Watches for the last 4 years for all the members of my family. I haven't even shopped this year because everybody has their watch. But they're really great prizes that you can grab. So Star Consultant also allows you to get referrals from people who are legit customers. They're looking for people who have product, and Mary Kay matches them with people who have product, like a Star Consultant. All right, now just a couple other there on that. I'm a DIQ. I encourage you, put that out, tape it to your mirror, so when you're getting ready, you can see yourself. I'm a DIQ, right? You want to start seeing yourself in that position of leadership. This little white purse and those beautiful earrings, again, director prizes, become a new sales director. And before you get to sales director, you got to get into that red jacket, girl. I know you know how to do that with 3 active team members. You've probably done it before, so you can absolutely do it again and build on that momentum. In this little center one with the bumblebees and the queen's rings, the bumblebees represent the National Court of Sharing. So that is sharing this business opportunity with women. So if you aim for 2 new team members a month, that will usually wrap that up for you. So if you want to aim a little bit higher to make room for the people who may not finish that goal, you might be looking at a bronze to a gold medal, which is 3, 4, or 5 new team members a month. Of course, that grand achiever, whether or not you want the car, let me tell you, my friends, that cash option is pretty sweet. You can pretty much get any car you want and let Mary Kay pay for that car payment by taking the cash option. Totally up to you. Highly recommend it. All right, let's keep going. Making moments that matter. Now, this is the time where you get to think about kind of what we talked about with those mood board goals. Like, what of those is something that you want? What matters to you? What's gonna help you make those moments that matter? You know, if you went for that National Court of Sales goal with 45,000 retail in a year, profiting over 20,000, do you think you can make some moments that matter for your family, for your friends, maybe a vacation, maybe you're going to be the, community house that hosts a Bible study and you don't have people bring anything because you got it covered. Like, what is that going to look like for you? How are you going to use your business to help make moments that matter for your family, your friends, your community? All right, and then I do have a little tagline at the bottom. I want to really hear from you. Like, unit goals don't just happen because a sales director says, here's our goal, guys, okay? Unit goals happen when everybody says, that is the goal, we're all working towards it. So our unit goal, again, is to be the #1 most improved unit in the state of Florida. I want to know how you're going to help support that. Are you going to be a consistency achiever, hitting that 600 wholesale every single month? Are you going to be committed to team building? We're not going to do #1 most improved unit based on our unit size right now that we have. We're hovering right around 50 to 55 consultants. That's fabulous. And we've got such an amazing group of loyal beauty consultants who love your Mary Kay products, like me. And maybe you kind of love me too. That's why you stick around. Whatever the reason is, like, I love that. And we have a place for every beauty consultant, but we're not going to reach bigger goals if we don't share, if we don't add new people to our team. So that's the goal there, to either be contributing wholesale or to be sharing and duplicating yourself with others. Now, here is kind of the moneymaker page for you: leads, conversions, and cultivating new relationships, your power base. So here's the deal. I don't know how your social media feed looks, but I get so frustrated when I get these little social media feeds that talk negatively about direct sales or any person in business that says, oh, did your upline tell you to make a list of people you know? Like, yeah, I want to tell you, let me tell you a little secret, okay? For those of you who don't know, I work at a law firm full-time here in Oviedo. Guess what? One of the first questions they asked me when I first came in, like, who do you know? Can you reach out and ask some people you know to get an estate plan? Can you ask them if they want to have an estate plan party? Like, it's not just Mary Kay. It's not just direct sales. Like, get over yourself. And I would also recommend that you have to choose the voices that you listen to, because just because somebody can figure something out and make it flashy and sizzle and sell the sizzle doesn't necessarily mean that it works long term. Mary Kay Beauty Consultants have been building solid businesses based on principles that have stood the test of time. So I don't know about you, but I would rather take advice from people who have been there, done that, held on to it. I don't want to, I've done it before. I've built the leads funnel. You know what? It's a lot of work trying to cultivate a leads funnel from people you don't know. You don't even know if they're a real person. Okay, they have no commitment, no loyalty to you as a beauty consultant. It is really a lot of effort, versus if you just make a list of people you know. That's a great place to start, because what's the best way to reach new people? referrals, right? A warm referral, somebody saying, I love Stephanie, you're gonna love her too. She's gonna take such good care of you. You've got a middle schooler getting ready to go to middle school. You gotta book a middle school makeover with her. She's gonna help her feel so confident in her skin. That is such a better way to build my business than trying to just randomly grab people out of thin air. Do I do that? Absolutely. I'm gonna leverage all the avenues of income and all the tools in my toolbox, okay? But really on this page, I want you to think about the 4 different groups, and for sure, grab your notepad and start a fresh list. This is about starting fresh. Vision and Vibes 2025 is about, like, we're gonna let go of the past, we're gonna build forward. We're gonna see a new future and a new vision for ourselves this seminar year. So this little is definitely not gonna get you a National Court of Sales ring if you don't move it to an actual piece of paper, but I wanted to just get your mind rolling. So in those 4 spaces, you're gonna think thoughtfully about 4 different connection groups: friends, family, familiar faces, and your Facebook followers, your fans, your friends, things like that that you might not have connected in real life, okay? We all know somebody, so start there. Now go wider. Ask yourself, especially if you're thinking about team building or hostesses, ask yourself this question. And you can even look at the names you just wrote down in those 4 categories. Who do I enjoy being around? Like, if there are people that just suck the life and energy, like, you don't have to work with them. They can just remain a customer, right? But to be a team member, to be a hostess, you kind of need to like that person, okay? Who has never tried Mary Kay before? That would be a great person to be a new customer, right? Or to be a model for the makeover contest. Who is an encourager, a connector of people, someone who's creative? So start thinking a little bit wider as you go. Your next best customer is likely someone just outside your circle. That's why follow-ups, referrals, and shares matter, okay? And then just a little nugget there for your online impact, some things you can do this week. So decide, like, make some decisions, circle which one of these things can you do this week. And a reminder, God doesn't need us to have it all figured out. He just needs our yes. And think about who is waiting for you to show up. On me, my bad. Maybe you've been waiting on me to show up. So I apologize. Last year was a rough year for me in my headspace, mental space, but this is the year. Like, God's got this all figured out for us. I'm excited to be here for you. All right, here's your meat and potatoes. This is where you're actually gonna get the work done. How we book, coach, share, and sell with purpose. This is your Power Hour blueprint. You know, I've been in Mary Kay this is my 20th year that I'm in right now. And I remember thinking, okay, I got a Power Hour blocked out on my calendar, but what am I supposed to do? Here you go. Here's your blueprint. Here's what you do. So right now you're going to think about, and I would take a big spiral notebook and literally do a big cross, a big T plus through it. And in the 4 quadrants, this is what you're doing every single day. Turn the page. Like, you don't need a fancy planner, okay? So the first one is booking. You're gonna spend 15 minutes booking. Who are your follow-up leads, referral names, guests from events, things like that. If you need help with scripts, ChatGPT is a great place for scripts. What I have learned is people are getting AI fatigue. Like, they can tell it's not you. If you're using words that aren't you, people know that, okay? So tell Chat, stop with the emojis, okay? No more emojis. And then talk like a human. Eliminate AI words. Like, you have to tell it, and you don't have to be polite because it's AI, you know? So you don't have to say, please, can you do this? Thank you. Just tell it what you want, okay? Coaching your guest, selling and sharing. Team building and sharing. Okay, so there's all the different areas of your business. Those are the 4 things that we focus on in Mary Kay. Mary Kay would call that working full circle. That's a full circle right there. So if you don't have coaching, you like, okay, I don't have anybody to coach because I don't have anybody booked. I don't have any team building leads because I don't have anybody that I'm thinking of. So you're going to go back to booking, and maybe you're going to expand that booking time to be 30 minutes or 45 minutes. every single one of us can focus on the selling because we all have social media, we all have friends and family, we all have websites. We can use that to sell. So the only thing that should shift there would be if you needed to expand your booking until you get to the place where you have people on your daybook that you can coach, where you have people that you can share this business opportunity with. Okay. So I want to see there, like, circle one of the things you need more of. Okay. And fill that out. My IPA focus this week, I will spend more time on leads because I want more bookings, or I want to spend more time on sales because I want that national quarter sales ring. I will spend more time on team building because I want to be a new sales director and go to that fun hat bar at Mary Kay Leadership. So you decide, like, this is you. This is your time to figure it out, to pull all the pieces together. But I want to hear from you, and we're going to get together. I want you to take some time this week, today. I recommend just like power hour it out and do this. But take some time to get quiet, really connect with God, pray about it, and write that. And there's something about physically handwriting things that helps your brain to retain it. And it just makes it so much more gratifying, I think, for you. So the things that you want to share with me, we're going to get together on Monday night, August 4th at 7 o'clock. We're going to do a Zoom where we're going to kind of share ideas. So if there's certain things that spoke to you, grab a highlighter, like highlight it. If you do create an actual vision board, girl, bring those. We want to see those. We want to see what you're tracking, what you're celebrating. Get your family involved. I love that Jeanette said that, okay, she's got the Zoom on her calendar, but she also let her kids know so they'll remind her so she doesn't forget. So if you're forgetful, tell a friend or family who can help remind you for you to show up. And we've got to make our Mary Kay business a priority this year in order for us to move forward and do all the amazing things that I know God has for us. So we're going to be the unit who does it the right way. We're going to be the unit who does it with excellence, and we're going to be the unit who raises the bar as we stretch to be that #1 unit in the state of Florida. We got this.